Every bond rooted in restriction aims to tether the spirit. These connections are trades struck with the fabric of existence, reshaping what seems united into something confined. Never overlook this truth. To negotiate is to draw boundaries. And any companion you bind within such limits becomes a stranger you quietly resent. You might cling to this arrangement under the banner of balance, sometimes extracting a toll from yourself, more often from the other. In this so-called equilibrium, you try to soothe the unease that arises from the bond's hidden intent. That's why the whispering light must redirect its course, turning it into a tool for the divine's purpose and a shield for your peace. When you embrace this shift, you've opened a window to clarity. The wellspring of confinement dries up. You might still feel its echoes linger, but it's no longer your aim, no longer your treasure. No one lets go of an aim they still crave, for nothing is guarded more fiercely than a dream the heart has claimed. Whether pursued with quiet resolve or wild joy, the mind chases it with trust, and trust always carries unshakable drive. Trust's strength goes unseen when poured into chains, but it shines undeniable when anchored in love. Why does it surprise you that trust can reshape the impossible? Lifting a mountain is a small task for such a force. Trust can bind the guides, kin in shackles as long as they believe those shackles hold. And when they're free, it's only because they've withdrawn trust from the chains and placed it in their liberation. You can't pour equal trust into opposing currents. What? You lend to confinement, you steal from wholeness. What you give to wholeness, you live from restriction. Trust, insight, and clarity are the pathways to a sacred horizon. Through them, the whispering light guides you to a truer realm, far from the mirages where your trust once rested. This is its compass, the only one it knows. When you stray, it nudges you back to this singular truth. Its trust, insight, and clarity are yours to claim. And when you fully embrace them over your own, you'll no longer need them. They matter only until certainty dawns beyond that. In the divine's embrace, they fade into the unknown. Yet that embrace is reached through them. The guide's kin can't lack trust. It's woven into their being, but they can choose where to plant it. Doubt isn't an absence of trust. It's trust misplaced in emptiness. Trust poured into shadows holds real power, convincing the guide's kin they're frail. In this they betray themselves, strong in their trust in false mirrors. You crafted trust, sight, and insight as tools to trade certainty for chains. And by trusting your choice, you shaped the world you sought. The whispering light finds purpose in the very tools you forged for confinement. In its hands, they turn toward freedom, for its intent flows the other way. It sees the tools you wield, but not the shadows you meant them for. It won't snatch them away, it values them as vessels for the divine's will. You built sight to pick and choose among your kin, chasing flaws together. The whispering light reshapes sight to show you that a sacred bond is all you truly seek. Then your trust flows to wholeness, fueled by longing and belief. Trust and insight fused with clarity, redirecting every tool once bent toward confinement toward the sacred. What you call flaws are merely limits, and those you try to cage in flesh you fear because you dread them. By refusing to release them, you trap them in form, clinging to the tools of restriction, so the body claims your trust and insight. But wholeness would free your kin, dissolving fear not as a fleeting relief, but at its root, those who'd unshackle their kin from flesh know no fear. They've rejected the tools of confinement, choosing to dissolve all limits. As they yearn to see their kin in purity, trust and insight stretch beyond the physical, lifting clarity above obstruction. First, they saw how their trust had narrowed. Their view, eager to shift its power if a truer lens emerged. The wonders that follow spring from trust. Those who turn from flaws gain sight and are drawn to the sacred. Some who cling to restriction think the whispering light demands loss, for they see their aims through that lens. Friend, the whispering light knows loss yields nothing. It strikes no deals. If you try to box it in, you'll resent it out of fear. Its gift outshines all this side of the divine's realm. The moment to recognize it is near. Align your awareness with what's already entwined. The trust you offer your kin can make it so. For the one who cherishes the world sees it for you spotless, radiant in innocence, as breathtaking as the divine's own light. Your trust in loss has magnified it in your eyes, yet you don't see how it blinds you. Loss demands a toll from flesh exacted by flesh. The mind can't summon or claim it alone, nor can the body. The intent lives in the mind, wielding the body to enact the confinement it trusts. This fusion of mind and body becomes an uncheckable creed for those who prize restriction. So loss always breeds limits, and with it, resentment. Does the whispering light care about this? It offers what it seeks to lead you beyond. You think it would strip you for your own good, but good and lack are strangers, never to meet. It's like saying dawn and dusk are one because they frame the day and night, forced into union. Yet seeing one means the other's gone. Light and shadow don't demand each other's surrender. Each thrives in the other's absence. The body was shaped as a tribute to restriction, and in shadow, it's still seen that way. But in clarity's glow, it shifts. You can trust it to serve the whispering light's aim, empowering it to help the sightless see. In their seeing, they look beyond it, as do you. The trust and insight you gave the body belong elsewhere. You lent them from mind to flesh, now let them return to their source, which can wield them to heal what it once shaped. The dread of inner sight, the whispering light won't label you flawed. It mends missteps without sparking fear. You tremble to peer inward, convinced you'll find shadows waiting. You wouldn't fear owning that dread. It's the shame tied to flaws that the ego applauds. It revels in your belief in those shadows, unshaken by your trust in them. Your certainty that flaws lurk inside proves only your wish to see them there, wish masquerading as fear's origin. Know this: the ego isn't solitary. Its reign is checked by an unseen rival it can't face, and dreads. It shouts not to look within, warning that your gaze will uncover flaws and the divine will dim your light. You trust this, so you turn away. But this isn't the ego's true terror or yours who heed it. Beneath its loud clamor lies a deeper shiver, one that rattles its core. What if you looked within and found no shadows? This question so feared. The ego never poses. You who ask it now shake its fragile walls too deeply for it to feign alliance. Those who unite with their kin have loosened their grip on the ego's claim to their essence. A sacred bond joins you to what's true within, and your trust in shadows wavers. You're no longer wholly afraid to look and find them gone. Your freedom is budding, still partial, still fragile, yet alive inside you. Not fully lost to chaos. You've dared to face your wilder thoughts and name their folly. Your trust turns inward, past madness toward understanding. The ego shuts out what your reason whispers now. The whispering light's aim found a home in a part of you the ego can't touch, nor could you until now. This part fears no self-gaze, it knows no flaws. How else could it align with the whispering light's will? This part has seen your kin clearly since time's first breath, longing only to merge with them and reclaim freedom. It's awaited liberation's dawn, the moment you'd accept release. Now you see it wasn't the ego that embraced the whispering light's aim, something else stirs within. Don't call this madness. Reason nods in agreement. Building on what you've begun to grasp, the whispering light's lessons hold no contradiction, a hallmark of the steady mind. You've glimpsed the ego's chaos and stood unshaken, refusing to join its dance. It still tricks you at times, but in clear moments, its noise stirs no dread. You've learned the treasures it hoards from your rage at your bold wish to. Look within aren't worth keeping. A few baubles still gleam, catching your eye, but you wouldn't trade the divine's embrace for them. The ego quakes now. What it hears as a threat, that other part welcomes as a melody, the song it's yearned for since the ego first clouded your mind. The ego's frailty is its might. This anthem of freedom, echoing another realm, brings whispers of peace. It recalls the divine's light, seeing it dawn on earth at last, where the ego's grip long barred it. That light arrives because it found a hearth in your earthly bonds, a gift the divine no claims. Gaze softly on your kin and see the ego's weakness unveiled in your shared sight. What it split apart has woven together, facing the ego without fear. Little one, free of shadows, tread joyfully toward certainty. Don't let fear's wild cries that truth hides in doubt hold you back. That's meaningless noise. What matters? If it roars louder, silence clears the path. Follow it gladly and don't question what simply is. The gift of understanding sight crafts the world, plucking it from the vastness as your mind wills. Rules of scale, form, and glow might hold if all else balanced, but it doesn't. What you seek, you'll find more readily than what you'd rather ignore. The quiet call of the divine isn't drowned by the ego's shrill chaos for those who strain to hear. Sight is a choice, not a fixed truth. From this choice flows more than you might guess your entire sense of self. Hinges on the voice you heed and the scenes you chase. Sight testifies only to this, never to what's real. Yet it can reveal the soil where reality's awareness blooms or where it withers. Reality doesn't need your nod to exist. Your awareness of it does, because that's your call. Tune to the ego's voice, follow its pointed gaze, and you'll see yourself as small, fragile, trembling. Gloom will settle in, a sense of worthlessness, a flicker of fading illusions. You'll feel hunted by forces beyond your grasp, mightier than you, with a world you shape steering your fate. That's where your trust lands. But don't think your trust crafts reality. Another clarity and another call hold your freedom, waiting for your choice. Trust them, and you'll sense a truer self within. This self finds wonders effortless, natural as a heartbeat. They're the simple answer to a plea for aid, the only answer it knows. To the ego, wonders feel strange. It can't fathom how separate minds touch, nor could they, but minds aren't apart. This self knows that, and so it sees wonders stir only its own essence. There's no other. You don't grasp how deeply. The myth of division has muddled understanding. Understanding lives in that self you've muted, and what you've let linger lacks its spark. How can a mind without understanding seize it or hear its wisdom? Questions swarm, but if they sprout, From understanding, it won't ask them. Born of understanding, the root question is clear, simple, and unvoiced, though understanding could answer if you let it. The divine's design for your release needed your will, your yes. The guides kin had to welcome it for what the divine intends they receive. The divine doesn't will alone, nor does its will dawdle in time. What joined it must pulse within you now, timeless. You've carved a space for the whispering light to dwell there since need arose and met in the same breath. Understanding would tell you this if you'd listen. The ego's logic disagrees, proving its answers lie elsewhere. Yet, if freedom's purpose lives for you, you're free to seek it. The divine's design is straightforward, never looping, never at odds with itself. Its thoughts stretch outward, weaving your will within. A part of you knows and shares this will. It's meaningless to ask if what must be is, but it matters why you don't see it. There's an answer there, vital to the divine's complete plan. And complete it must be, for its source knows no half measures. The answer rests in the source, and so do you, where it waits. Your essence, as real as the answer, shares its root. You know this and more. Yet any shred of truth risks unraveling the rest, just as all truth flows from a single piece. Here's what you can hold. Understanding shows what's clear, backed by plain signs. Only the utterly lost could miss them, and you've moved beyond that. Understanding serves the whispering light's aim in its own right, not twisted from restriction's path like the rest. It lies beyond the ego's reach. Trust, sight, and insight can stray, serving the trickster as well as truth. Understanding, no, has no foothold in chaos it can't bend to fit its ends. Trust and insight thrive in madness, steering sight toward what the mind prizes. Understanding stays aloof. Apply it, and the illusion crumbles. Madness has no understanding, it leans on its absence. The ego ignores it, blind to its presence. Those partly steady can tap it, they alone need it. Knowing doesn't rely on it. Madness shuts it out. The mind's corner where understanding dwells was set aside by your will and the divine's to unravel chaos. Here, the whispering light's aim was embraced and fulfilled in one stroke. Understanding stands apart from madness. Those who wield it hold a tool unfit for restriction. Knowing lies beyond reach, but understanding can pry open doors you've barred. You're near this now. Trust and insight have shifted. You've asked what the ego never would. Doesn't understanding hint this question springs from something unknown yet yours? Trust and insight, braced by understanding, must reshape sight. In that shift, clarity finds space reaching beyond itself, as does its aim and every step toward it.